So I finished taking apart my Hayward AquaVac because it was making a lot of noise when I turned it on, and the wheel was not spinning properly. It was making this grinding noise. So I figured it would either be the wheel assembly that's something wrong, or the belt has worn down, which is very common. So these belts do wear down and you have to replace it. They're about $30, $40 at the local pool store. So you can get them at any Hayward distributor or dealer. So when I have taken it apart, I was right. It was the wheel assembly. So this is the proper, they have this bearing in the center here that rotates. And so this has broken off on the other side. So as you can see, that's broken off. And this is the pieces that have broken off of it. So now it's not properly sitting in the belt, rotary belt. So you can order, you can get these parts from a local Hayward distributor. I found mine at Pioneer's Pool, and they cost about $30 a piece, which is kind of pricey, but you know, what can you do? They're $30 and they look like these. So how to replace it is they have two screws on either side that you just unscrew, and this part comes off, right? And then so you take the new part, right, and you just pop it back in. And then you screw that in, and now you have a brand new wheel assembly. The other common thing that does go wrong with it is the belts. So inside there's these grooves that move the wheel, and some of these rubber grooves do break off. So eventually you do have to replace it. So it's the same process. You disassemble the sides of the Hayward vac, and then you just pop out the belt and replace it. And that's how to repair the Hayward AquaVac. Just gonna unscrew those things and the handles. The handle goes this way. So taking off the screws to unassemble this pool vacuum. Just videotaping where everything is, so just I remember what it looks like. All right. So like I mentioned, these bearings have come off. As you can tell, they've worn down and have actually popped out. There's these ball bearings that are in here that have just fallen off, and so that doesn't sit properly. So best thing to do is to get the replacement part for these. And again, you can take the screws off on either side. Sometimes the rubber wheel will cover it, but all you have to do is just kind of put both fingers, both hands in either side, and just push it down, and it'll move down to reveal those two screws. So just unscrew this. All right, screw 1 and 2. And then once you've unscrewed this kind of just pops out. And now you can replace it with the new one. So again, you can buy this part at the local dealer, Hayward dealer pool store. And just call ahead of time just to make sure that they have this part. It's for the wheel assembly. So again, it's about $30 per piece. Let's just take that off. And so this piece, as you can tell, brand new. It looks like the whole assembly looks like it's better built than this black rubber thing that kind of wears down. So again, you just pop that back in. Okay. All right. And then you just screw this in. Into the plastic. Okay. You don't need to pre-drill because it's just plastic. And okay. Oops. Oh. Okay, well, it won't screw in. It's probably the thicker part of the assembly, so I'm going to have to pre-drill a little hole in there. So basically, just take a little bit, drill bit. Take your drill. And then just drill a pilot. Okay. And then that should easily go in. Oh. All right. There we go. Replaced. Okay. And the other one is okay so far, so it'll probably eventually break as well, so I'll have to replace that in time. And I'll do that with the, and then, so I have the other one as well, so it's already in. I just have to screw that back in. All right, I finished screwing back the screws. Now I put back the arm. So basically that just goes in here. And be careful not to overstretch these arms. It could, might break, so let's put that back on. Right. So I've unscrewed, screwed it back off, and just kind of adjusted the wheels. It was the grooves weren't hitting hitting the wheel properly. So I just kind of turned it a quarter way, and then put it back on and see how it goes. So before I screw this back into place, I'm just going to test it out, turn it on, and make sure it's not crackling anymore. Let's try that. Okay. Should start. Okay. It's still crackling a little bit. Let's run. There we go. So now it's running pretty smoothly. Great.